Howdy, hi. Pat and AJ post-show video for Thursday. It is the 12th of November. Hang out at the end of this Pat and AJ post-show video. We'll give you tomorrow's call times for Cars Christmas Cash so you can win yourself $1,000.
For Friday the 13th.
Woo! Before then, let's talk about letting go. It's funny, got a phone call this morning from someone who is randomly listener of the program, going to Seattle. Now, of course, we used to live in Seattle. We worked out in Seattle. And she called up to say, hey, I'm going to Seattle, visit my sister. What radio station did you work at? Because I want to make sure I don't listen to them. Because the way you talk about it, your boss out there was a real jerk. And he was. He was absolutely...
He was not a nice
He was
person.
the worst management figure I've ever worked under in my entire career. And like all...
That speaks volumes.
He does. And like all terrible management people, he's been hired by a huge radio company. And
worked his way up.
He's a huge executive now for the biggest broadcast company out there. That being said, I realize that how long has that been now? What, 9 years? 8 years, 9 years?
About 8 years, yeah.
That it's still somewhere in my psyche if I have, somehow made someone out here realize that I was unhappy there.
Yeah.
Which means I think I'm holding on to some negative emotions.
Dude, it's impossible to get rid of that stuff. It really is. I've got a lot of negative emotions from past radio jobs, and I can't, we're in such a good place right now. We love our job. We love everybody we work with.
Didn't you say that? This is what AJ said. True story. Whenever our current boss comes in to our studio, she said, I'm so used to being in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, you said it's weird when he walks in because he just says,
we're not in trouble.
Hey.
We haven't been in trouble since we've been here, which makes me think we probably weren't that bad at other places, but they were nitpicking a little bit. I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to get rid of those emotions, and that's why I feel bad, like, projecting those emotions onto people that I work with now because they're all so great. It's hard to let go of that stuff.
So this is kind of an overall philosophy, and I'm going to go ahead and get zen on you, okay? Don't let your past dictate your future. Whether it's like with jobs, like you had bad experience with bosses, doesn't mean all your bosses are going to be bad.
No.
Relationships, just because you had a bad experience with a man doesn't mean all men are terrible.
We talked about that recently.
Yeah.
When we left our job in Wisconsin, when we had to move away.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people who I considered close friends who never even said goodbye.
Yeah.
Never talked to us, never texted and come to our going away
And you were
party.
using that as an excuse not to get close to people here in Michigan.
It was so hurtful that these people just didn't care that I have trouble socializing here now in Michigan because I don't want to make friends and get hurt again. You know what I mean?
But
it's weird.
don't let your past dictate your future.
I know. I'm totally guilty of it. I'm very guilty of it.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Now on to cash money. This will predict your future because you'll have $1,000.
Darn right. Tomorrow, Friday the 13th, 2 times, 12:06
with the germ.
and 4:36.
There you go. 12:06 during the All Request 80s lunch with Jeremy, then 4:36 on your drive home with Amy. Is Amy on that? No, George. George is on.
Yes.
All right, so there you go. 12:06, 4:36. You're the 25th nationwide caller at 1-877-854-WINS to win $1,000.
Good luck.
And if you want to know about these call times, guess what? All you got to do is click on that button below us, that subscribe button. Make sure that you get these videos delivered to your inbox every single day, and you know when to listen and get your Cars Christmas Cash. Have a great day.
Bye.